It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, we made it to the weekend. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. Bam! Hey, I'm coming to you live. Yes, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30. Chicago is about 5. I think it just turned 5:31. Chicago, up in Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee, checking in. Jackson, Mississippi, New Orleans, Houston, Texas, live in Los Angeles, and out on the West Coast, Seattle, Portland, Oregon, the Bay Area. 3:30 p.m. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe and share, screen grab, rip some of the video, make it go viral. Please like this and every episode. Like, binge watch all my back episodes. And please, 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 please leave your comments in my comment section. Yes, the weekend is here. So it was a heck of a week. Last couple of weeks have been a lot. So if you missed the monologue, make sure you check the monologue out. It's a lot. Felon 47, Orange Hitler's doing a lot of crazy stuff, stuff that really he can't do, and he's finding out because a lot of the federal courts, they're saying, no, partner, there's something called the Constitution. You should read it, or maybe have somebody read it and explain it to you if you can't read it. Maybe your comprehension skills, I don't know, whatever the hell is going on. But the bottom line is we are all we got, and we are all we need. And we've got to tap in, not just as a culture of African Americans, but America needs to tap into its humanity. Because there are millions of Americans that have a sense of humanity. And then, unfortunately, there are millions others that have no humanity, that are part of a cult, a racist, sexist, misogynist cult. But I digress. It's Friday. So, but my monologues have been fire. Go back and watch them. By the way, the Geno Jones Show brought to you today, City Vibes, Bar and Lounge, big weekend, Saturday night, 9730 Dorchester Road. Happy anniversary to Kenya and Corey Williams. Speaking of Corey Williams, happy birthday Saturday night, my brother. It is about to go down. Follow City Vibes. That's V like Victor, V-I-B as in boy, V-I-B-E-S on Instagram. And you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And the Crate Group, next week, beginning next Thursday, the big Gullah Harambe event. The Crate Group, one of the top nonprofits in America. Shout out to their CEO, Mr. Kendrick Bannister, my man, Brother Al, as many of us call him. So go to Facebook, The Crate, C-R-A-T-E, The Crate Group on Facebook, and you'll see their page telling you all about the Gullah Harambe 3-day event celebrating the Gullah Geechee culture with art, music, dance, and just all of the culture. It's going to be amazing. They're going to have a big gospel concert. And the best thing about it, one of the best things, because there's a lot of great things, all 3 days, there are going to be various locations for different events. And every event, all the Gullah Harambe events are free admission. So you can't beat that. So happy birthday, Charlie Wilson. Turned 72. And on the same day with Oprah Winfrey. So happy birthday to Uncle Charlie. He turned 72 on Wednesday, and so did Oprah, celebrating a birthday. She turned 71 on Wednesday, just passed. So happy birthday to Uncle Charlie Wilson and Miss Oprah Winfrey. Now, in case you hadn't heard, it's rumor. Some folks are trying to say this morning rumor is like not so well kept secret in Washington, D.C. Say it isn't so. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama separating, divorcing? No. And then what's this about President Barack Obama dating Jennifer Aniston? Barack, bruh. Come on, man. Say it ain't so, Barack. No, say it ain't so. I mean, I'm no shade to Jennifer Aniston, but really, come on. Look, I don't know what's going on in their marriage. I root for marriage. We love them, but you just never know. But even if it's true, Barack, really, Jennifer Aniston, bruh, don't do that, man. Don't sell us out. Don't get this far down the road and wave the white flag. No pun intended. Come on, Barack. No, brother. Come on. Holla at your man. Say it ain't so. Now, so Jennifer Aniston, she said no, she's not dating Barack Obama. I don't know. So we'll see. Speaking of no, Miss Amber Rose, she was an entertainer, dancer, entertainer / stripper, and she dated some celebrities, and really influenced her. Really, black culture really put her on. She's biracial, so she was rocking with the black side when she was dating Kanye West and had a baby by Wiz Khalifa. But she's gone full MAGA. And now she's complaining, Miss Amber Rose, that she's been canceled by the black community because she supported 10 Toes Down, as she says. Felon 47, Orange Hitler, a.k.a., yeah, that dude, T. Rump. Listen, Amber, you were canceled before you started supporting the Felon 47. I'm just saying. So, see ya, and wouldn't want to be, and we don't miss you. And speaking of some crazy stories this week, so Mr. Stephen A. Smith, Mr. First Take, the big star of First Take, which is a sports debate show on ESPN, very successful. Stephen A's been very successful, so shout out to Stephen A. as a journalist, as a sports personality. His show First Take, they've been number one for about 13 years in their day part when they come on in the morning at 10 a.m. So I had mad respect for Stephen A. as a sports entertainer now / a journalist. But yo, Stephen A., let's talk about that. You gonna run for president? I'm just saying, Stephen A., keep your day job. See, because something else, another, out of all the bad things that's happened when you get a president who actually got elected twice, who came from like reality TV, failed businessman, didn't pay people off, filed 6 bankruptcies, businesses, 6 times in business. And then they basically created this fake image on The Apprentice. So now Stephen A. is talking about he wants to run for president. We don't need any more TV personalities. Look, I'm on TV, but I'm just saying, you're a grown-ass man, Stephen A., but no, Trump got y'all really messed up. No, because for a while I was talking about The Rock. Love The Rock, do your thing. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Yeah, unless it's running for president, because I can't smell none of that Dwayne Johnson. Stephen A. Smith, just stop, man. Just stop. Just like you say, people can't just come on First Take and debate with you. There's a skill to it. There's an art, there's skill, there's preparation. Maybe because you make it look easy, everybody thinks that they could come on and debate you, which I would love to. Because I do this communication thing and entertainment thing. I've been doing it 30 plus years. But I digress. But I'm not trying to run for president. And you can do what you want to do. But listen, public, don't wait. Listen, how did that work out for us this time? We had people who even technically I could make an argument that was actually way more qualified than a Stephen A. Smith or The Rock to run. We had Professor Cornel West, who actually ran. How did that work out, Professor West? All right, just come on, y'all. Stop. Enough. Nope, you don't have the receipts. You haven't served in no office nowhere. I don't even know if you were in your student council in high school. So this ain't no shade, but just stop. Come on, stop with it. I don't want it. Look, I don't care. I don't care what kind of TV show you had. I don't care if it was number one for 1,000 years. And that ain't just for Stephen A. That's for Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, anybody else. Even George Clooney is cool, but no. George Clooney, stick with the movies. We don't. We need folks that have done this. And you can say, well, see, because politicians all are not the same. But still, you have to have some experience and really understand how government works. You just can't really. You wouldn't just think that you could walk on a set and get a script and have a scene acting with George Clooney. If you didn't have any experience, you wouldn't just be able to go to ESPN, sit down across from Stephen A. Smith on First Take and debate him. So what makes you all think that you all are really qualified to not just run, but to actually be president? Stop. Miss me with the madness. Please, 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 please miss me with the madness. And finally, before I wrap up, shout out to Cat Williams. So he is doing a tour. I saw some video. He had a joke about Vice President Kamala Harris about nobody voted for her. And black folks didn't vote for her. Women didn't vote for her. Jews didn't vote for her. And her husband is a Jew. And women that believe in abortion didn't vote for her. Okay, I get it. It's a joke. But let's keep it 1,000, Cat. And Cat is my dude. But the truth is, because some people are taking that, and Cat will say, well, that ain't my fault, because I'm a comedian. It was a joke. But there's the element of truth to every joke. But in this case, none of that joke was true. All right? So, first of all, 75 million, almost 76 million people voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. And the majority of women who were pro-choice, who believed in a woman's right to have an abortion or determine what she did with her body, the majority of those women actually did vote for Kamala Harris. The majority of Jews in America, Jewish Americans, voted for Kamala Harris, not just her husband. And the majority of women overall, now 53% of white women voted for the felon and voted against their own reproductive freedom. But black women, 92%, Hispanic women over 50%, Asian women. So all the other women groups voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. You do know, Kat, only two people. Joe Biden got 81 million, and the felon got roughly 76, 76, I think, but almost 77 million. But she got over 75, almost 76 million votes. So Vice President Kamala Harris got more votes than President Obama did, either time. No other president. But Orange Hitler, Joe Biden. So just stop it. Stop. Y'all just stop. Because are we good with this? Are you good with all these federal programs that the money, all the federal funds were frozen for all these different federal programs? And I'm not going to go into it now because it's Friday, so we like to keep it fun on Friday, but I'm keeping it 1,000. Are you good with this? Are you good with the open bigotry, racism, misogyny, sexism, xenophobia, all of that? Because any and everything that goes wrong now is DEI fault. It's DEI. Now you had a mid-air collision between a commercial airliner and a military helicopter, a Black Hawk helicopter. 67 people died. This fool comes on TV with no proof, no evidence, but that's how he gets down. Just straight lies, sticking to the lie. Well, it was hot. They said, well, how did you have any evidence or proof that the crashed, the midair collision was caused because of DEI, because common sense, because I got common sense. No, you have no damn sense. And you damn sure don't have any common sense. So DEI, that's the new N word. Everything, well, we got to get rid of this DEI and woke, DEI, CRT, woke. Those are just synonyms for the N word, which is like, you might just be bold. You bold enough, just say how you feel. Just say the N word. Because I know you say it behind closed doors, but say it with your full chest when you stand behind that podium. We know that you are a racist. But the racism and the sexism and the misogyny is not all. Just the lack of regard for even poor white people. Like I told you, this man, he said that people in the military, that has served in the military, that have even given their life and died, that those in the military, losers and suckers, because what are they getting out of it? They not getting rich with his little punk ass. Poor and working class white people. It should be clear now. Because when he illegally, because the American Constitution does not give the president, he does not have the power by executive order, by a pen, the signature on a pen. He can't just sign an order and say, oh, I can just stop all federal funds to all the different programs, from Head Start to federal housing vouchers, federal Section 8 vouchers, or Meals on Wheels programs, or Medicare or Medicaid, all of that, all kind of grants and federal funds for so many programs, money that goes for cancer research. Dude, and the courts, shout out to the courts, a lot of the federal courts have said, no, you can't do that. It is unconstitutional, partner. You don't have that power. Because the only body of government, president's office, the executive branch, civics lesson, dumbass, you have the legislative branch, that is the Congress, the United States House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate, and then you have the judicial branch. Now you got all your boys on the court there, John Roberts and Uncle Ruckus, Stephen Fetchit ass, Clarence Thomas. I won't say Uncle Tom, because Uncle Tom really got like a bad rep, because Uncle Tom wasn't really an Uncle Tom. He was like Remus. Uncle Tom was really about his people, but the narrative is like Uncle Tom was a sellout. No, Uncle Tom wasn't a sellout. But Clarence Thomas is. I digress. Not to mention the other folks, the MAGA court members. The MAGA court. So you have the judicial, Supreme Court, the legislative, the House, the Senate, U.S. House, U.S. Senate. That's the Congress. And then the executive branch, the office of the president. But the Congress controls the purse, the money. It's in the Constitution. Read it, or maybe have somebody read it for you and interpret it for you. You don't control, you just can't stop federal money that's already been allocated by Congress. No, you don't have that power, partner. Now I know you just figure you're just gonna try to just break and wreck everything and see how much you get away. That's what this week was all about. All the stunts, everything, trying to freeze all the federal funding. That's him just seeing, okay, how much can I get away with? How much will the federal courts allow me to get away with? And the public. But even the MAGA hat wearing poor working class, the poor ones in rural and Appalachia and the trailer parks, and the working class ones is working 2 or 3 jobs on the bus or whatever, taking trains and everything, working hard. like millions of Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans. Once again, to my poor working class MAGA cult brothers and sisters, he don't give a shit about you. You should see that now, because all the money to all the federal programs that he tried to freeze, that affected you. And for those of you all who were insulin diabetics and you were getting your insulin medicine for $35 a month, because the last president made sure there was a cap on insulin. And now the price of insulin has gone back up. And you're not happy about it, because I've seen the videos on social media. And you upset about the price of eggs because you was complaining because your boy told you he was going to bring down the price of groceries until you elected him, because he's a con artist, and y'all fell for the con because he keeps using racism and sexism and misogyny as catnip, because he knows y'all just lick it up like a cat, just blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, just keep making you all MAGA cult, making you think that Black folks and Mexicans and Muslims and Asian Americans and Native Americans and lesbians and gays and trans people and women are the reason why you can't get ahead in life financially. No, it's because of white dudes, primarily men that look like you, that sit around in these boardrooms, in these CEO suites with spreadsheets and try to figure out how can we make more money and pay employees less money. How can we eliminate their jobs? Hey, we got AI. Let AI do it. Artificial intelligence. He has showed you this week, he has given you his ass to kiss. And he figures, as he said, he loves the poorly educated, because he feels that he can keep everything, noun, verb, and DEI. Well, what happened with the plane, the crash was because of DEI. Wasn't no black pilot in the helicopter or in the plane or co-pilot. So just stop. And the black pilots I know are really more talented than the majority of the white ones, because just to even get a chance to be in that position, they had to be twice as good as the white pilots to even get a shot. Oh, by the way, over 90%, like 90, I think I saw a number 97% of pilots are white. Like 85% of air traffic controllers, not because black folks are not smart enough, don't have the intelligence to get these jobs. When we get them, we show up and show out. But you don't get the opportunity. You don't get the opportunity. So for you MAGA cult members, go ahead. Just, celebrate this bullshit construct, this con game of whiteness. Well, because I don't want the white race to be extinct. First of all, whiteness, this whole color thing, it was made up by Europeans. First of all, there is nothing in biology or human genomes, the human genome, that will determine your whiteness. It will determine like what part of Europe or Africa or Asia. No DNA test. No DNA test will come back, oh, you're 75% white, 85% black. It will not come, it won't come back that way. But the small handful of people, billionaires, who will continue to use racism and bigotry and hatred and fear and sexism and misogyny to make sure that they can continue to deny and steal more money from the poor and working class people in this country of all races, including poor and rural and not so rural, poor and working class white people, along with the rest of the working class people in America. Because you hit a media, well, working class, that means white working class. But black folks is working class, Hispanic Americans, working class, Asian Americans, Native Americans. So keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Keep drinking that catnip of racism and sexism and misogyny. And these billionaires you really gonna be ass out. You're not gonna have any protections or any benefits from the federal government, and you'll be ass out. And do you think that him and the Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerbergs are gonna give a shit about you? No, they don't care about you now. They look just like you. And they make you think you gotta worry about somebody that looks like me. You need to worry about them because they are in your pockets. They're the reason why eggs are $5, $6 a carton. And you was complaining about Joe Biden when it was close to $3. Now the price, and Saturday, 25% tariff on Canada, Mexico, 10% tariff on China. Oh, that's going to get Americans more money. I will leave you with this quick economics lesson. Tariffs, the country that places a tariff on another country, the country, let's say, I'm going to just really break it down like this. So when your boy says that he's placing a 25% tariff on any product or good that comes from Canada or Mexico, or 10% tariff because like Americans are going to see that money, he is lying to you again. It is a straight con. The country that imports a product or good, the country that imports something from another country, that country and their residents pay that tariff. Example. So 25%, Mexico, things like avocados, Canada, lumber, a lot of lumber and a lot of gas. But let's stick with lumber. So you getting a home built, you need lumber. The majority of lumber that America gets imported from Canada. So 25% tariff, that means the lumber that is imported to America. So whoever the company that purchases the lumber from whatever company in Canada, when it hits the border, the lumber company in America or the construction company or the builder that bought that lumber in Canada now has to pay 25% more. So if you got $1,000 worth of lumber, you got to pay another, well, the American company that is the importer that's buying the lumber from Canada, they got to pay now, instead of $1,000, they got to pay $1,250, which means that that builder that's using that lumber that he got from Canada, he ain't gonna pay that. He gonna pass it on to you. That means you are gonna pay the cost to build a house is gonna cost more. So you're having your Super Bowl party and you want to get these avocados, and I don't know what the price of avocados now, but when you see the price jump like by 25%, you can thank your boy. And anything, if you buy a TV, something, all the stuff in Walmart, starting Saturday, next week, you're going to see a little bump in the price, 10%. And who knows? It might be more. China may be like, all right, you going to slap a 10% tariff on us? Okay. We're going to slap something back on you. So I just want to share it with you. Listen, have a great weekend, everybody. Or as I like to say, have a great weekend. I will see you live on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. in Los Angeles. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by CM Transportation. Well, shout out to CM Transportation. Carissa, she's one of our long-term sponsors. City Vibes, our current sponsors. City Vibes Bar and Lounge, the ultimate adult night spot, the big anniversary, wedding anniversary, birthday celebration for the owners of City Vibes. Corey and Kenya. Actually, Corey's birthday is on Saturday, so he is celebrating a birthday and an anniversary with his beautiful wife, Kenya. 9730 Dorchester Road. Follow City Vibes. Great food, great fun, great drink. Sunday brunch, incredible. Check them out. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And the Crate Group presents the Gullah Harambe event, 3-day event beginning next week, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, celebrating the Gullah Geechee culture, music, art, food, more, and a lot more. Go on Facebook, the Crate Group. They have a Facebook page, CRATE, the Crate Group. Shout out to the CEO, Kendrick Bannister, and all the events for all 3 days for the Gullah Harambe. Free admission are free. All right. I love you. Have a great weekend. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, on IG, KELBECUTTINUP, Kel be cutting up. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant for the show. You can check Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram, IG, LX.NCL_ and Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check out his Mario Uomo and Flyball collection. Mario Uomo, that's MARIOUOMO, on Instagram, on IG. Just type in the little search box, or really magnifying glass icon, MARIOUOMO. But Uomo is spelled with a UO, but it's got the W sound. All right, everybody. We will see you live. So go back and binge watch this, all my back episodes. Make sure you tell everybody to subscribe to the channel tonight, today, this weekend. Subscribe and share this episode. You can copy and paste the link in a text message, in an email. You can tag other people's page, share it on their pages with your groups. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, binge watch those back episodes. And do not forget to leave your comments. Leave your comments in the comments section. We will see you live. Well, I know you'll be binge watching all my back episodes this week. The monologues have been fire. They're always fire. But oh yeah, we opened it up. But so yeah, we opened it up. See for yourself. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you Monday live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.